Hey guys, how's it going? In this video, we're going to be doing an unboxing, and I'm going to give my first impressions on the Galaxy XR. This just came out today. It is available at the time of this video. The retail price is $1,800. Comes in just one configuration, 256 gigabytes of storage, and a dark gray color. There's also some accessories that came out alongside this, such as the Galaxy XR controllers we'll check out in this video, and a carrying case. Let's see what we get in the box for $1,800. Very similar boxing presentation to the Apple Vision Pro. Just have our headset here laying flat in the box. See what else we get inside. So we have two pamphlets here. We have our power bank here. We have some engraved Samsung branding, a plastic finish here on this. Overall, this feels pretty similar to Samsung's other power banks that they offer. Looking closely at the battery, we have a 36 watt hour battery in this, so a 10,000 milliamp hour capacity battery. We also have a charger included in the box. And looking at the specs of this appears to be a 45 watt charger, has a nice lighter and smaller feel to it compared to Samsung's other chargers of this capacity. We also get a lengthy Type-C to Type-C charging cable in the box. We also have a pamphlet with some paperwork. There's also a cleaning cloth in here, some Samsung branding at the bottom, and just a nice microfiber cloth to clean off the device. And then on the accessory side, we have some additional cushions in addition to some light seals. Also something I was looking for, I couldn't find it until removing this little pamphlet, the power cable to connect the battery bank to the headset. So we have a nice gray braided cable here, feels pretty light. On one side, we have our Type-C charger that looks pretty chunky and our proprietary connector. So actually a fair amount of things in the box for 2025 standards. Now taking our first look at the headset itself. First impressions in the hand, very lightweight to this compared to the Apple Vision Pro. Let's do a quick weight check of the Galaxy XR. We're coming in at 528 grams. For a point of comparison, the Apple Vision Pro that comes in at about 750 grams. It's a noticeably lighter weight on this. We do have a nice silicone rubbery feeling cover on the front of this, some flappier sidings, and a microfiber on the inside. Go ahead and remove that, get a look at the device here. From the front, a very similar look to the Apple Vision Pro. We have a little bit of ventilation at the top. We have some of our buttons. Looks like some speaker cutouts on the sides and another button on the siding. Then we've got some additional cameras and mics on the bottom here. Basically cameras on this pretty much everywhere to give you the mixed reality experience. On the back, there's an adjustable headrest here. And we have this nice twist dial on the back here. Very easy to adjust this. But with the physical tour out of the way, charging up the battery pack, I got some attachments added to the headset. There is a headrest for the top that just clicks right into place. And there are also some light seals that I magnetically attached at the bottom. Now let's go ahead and try this on for the first time. So the back kind of retracts for you, which is nice to get it onto your face. And then once you have it on, go ahead and tighten it up. So here's a first look at the headset. You can get a really nice snug fit. The light seals on the bottom, I would say they cut out some of the light, but not all the light from outdoor environment. But initially, after having used the Apple Vision Pro myself, I can definitely tell this is a lighter weight feel. So going to be able to wear this for longer periods and probably not be as fatigued, but we'll see how it does in real life use. All right, so I had the Galaxy XR fully set up here, been playing around with it for a bit, and first impressions, I just wanted to jump right into actually showing you what it's really about. This is really nice to have the spatial computing experience. So I'm just standing here in my office. Things are a mess right now. It's been a week, so I can put up windows and then you can just kind of build your space. If you have a little bit of room in your area like I do here, it's really nice to just grab windows really easily, put them wherever you want to. So again, messy desk, let's just pop that there. Boom. Now I can just focus on what I need to be doing right now. And this is super easy to set up. I'm just going to press the button on the upper right and it's going to bring open a new window here to open whatever you want. So let's just get a Samsung Internet tab. And again, really easy to just navigate these windows here and move them around. It's not as satisfying as on the Apple Vision Pro, because when you kind of move your hand in and out like this on the Apple Vision Pro, you can push something really far away and it kind of has a nicer feel to it, but this still is very smooth. Something that also just messes with my brain is seeing the shadows down there. So again, if I grab this, you can see on the floor, just it makes it feel like it is genuinely in your room, genuinely in your area. So this is just what interests me. You have a spatial computing experience here. And whenever you want more windows, just go ahead, go to the top here, Let's grab our gallery, for example. Haven't done a whole lot of filming and recording yet, just testing for this video. But there you go, just put something on top of my desk. It really does have a true kind of 3D feel to it. And you can walk right up to these windows, like they are right here in your environment. And with this being on the Android side of things, I think it just really opens up this device to a lot more use cases, which the Apple Vision Pro was missing altogether. So I thought, go ahead, boot up Stardew Valley, do a little gaming test here. You can play games and things with the inputs just of your hands. Here's our first look at the keyboard. I would say there is a decent amount of space between the keys, so you might not have as many typos. So let's just go ahead, type in our name here. That was easy enough. Let's do iTyping, YouTube. Yeah, that's actually pretty quick. That's nice quick typing, just looking at each of the keys and tapping with your finger below. But it is still a little finicky. It's not a perfect typing experience by any means. It's just going to be serviceable. So really good eye tracking, actually. So of course you have hand functionality where I could just go and point and tap at something. It is kind of cool to actually be playing a game like this. But then also I can just use my eyes, tap. Wow, I just love that preciseness. So just doing some tasks here, I can actually go ahead, just keep looking at this tree, cut that down. It's just a different way of playing a game for sure. You have to be just really laser focused on each and every input to make sure you're not misclicking when you want to do precise things like in Stardew Valley. But this actually is pretty playable. And I'm also just now realizing you can use input from both of your hands. So you can zoom in and zoom out using both of your hands, for example. Super helpful. You also get these digital hands whenever you put your hands up. You can do some navigation things here. So you pinch here and you can go back or multitask or go back to home. I'm just going to ignore that for now. Now, I have been wearing the device for about an hour now, and I will say it is still uncomfortable. It's not a super comfy device. It is still a computer on your face. So I'm going to take a break to check out some of the other accessories for the Galaxy XR. As I took it off, I forgot I had the battery in my pocket. I almost walked away from my desk, and there would go the $1,800 Galaxy XR. So you definitely have to keep in mind that additional battery pack that goes alongside the headset. And taking a quick look at that clip on the side, I just wanted to show this because it actually is kind of important to be using this properly. I was actually struggling with it at first, so you need to kind of learn how to do it. You just clip that in, and then there's a very strong connection there. I don't think it's any sort of magnets, but it does just kind of click into place, and use that button to pop it off. Once you learn how to do it, it's very simple. Getting a little break from that, let's go ahead and check out the Galaxy XR controllers. I'm super excited to look at these. They are $250 retail. They are discounted here at launch. I got them for $175. So nice looking boxing presentation here. I have a pamphlet on top, which includes some paperwork, some wrist straps, and then the controllers themselves. Super excited to check these out. So in the hand, really comfortable feel, very ergonomic all the way around. We have an entirely plastic build here, some soft touch ABXY buttons, and these edge buttons are a little bit clickier. We have some joysticks that are on the smaller side and a thumb rest here, some extra buttons on the side and back, and some holes on the bottom for the wrist straps. And then there are some buttons on the bottom that you have to detach these, and there's going to be AA batteries in each of these. These are honestly a game changer for just doing things quickly and a lot more precisely. Just easy to navigate through menus and things with this controller. So navigating all the same as if you did pinch gestures. Just go ahead, grab our game here. Can move this anywhere in my environment using the controllers. So these are honestly not just for gaming. They are for so much more than that. It's going to really help to navigate this device easier and just use it in a lot of different ways, I think. So again, just look over here, boom, grab this window. Like, it's really easy to do this stuff, really smooth here. The software experience is honestly pretty smooth. If anybody's saying it's not, I mean, there are some glitches here and there that have been showing in the recordings, but just when you're using the device and hopping between different apps and things and just opening, closing, let's pop up YouTube here, see what's going on with YouTube. And again, just like this really cool kind of spatial environment that you have here with a device like this. And you can be using both of these at the same time, by the way. So I can have this over here. I can be looking at this over here with this controller. So you could get by with just using one of these potentially for whatever you're doing. So I'm really liking these controllers a lot initially. But now I wanted to check out the virtual environment since we haven't even done that yet. So here's our first look. Close this out. I will say this definitely does not look nearly as cool as it does on the Apple Vision Pro. You can tell that this just is kind of like a fake environment here. Everything looks very digital, whereas on the Apple Vision Pro, it actually does wow you. At least it's wowed me that. Whereas this definitely looks more digital to me. It just doesn't look as immersive. And as far as the Galaxy XR headset itself, there is some light bleed coming in off the sides. It just has my controllers here. But aside from like the aesthetics and technical specifications of the virtual environment, I think this is where you can really start to get a lot of windows going. Your creativity, I think, can go up a lot in a space like this. And then something I haven't done much yet, but you can put stuff above you. You can fill your whole entire space with really as many windows as you want to. Very easy to resize and move around your windows here. A lot of potential with this setup. I'm definitely liking the virtual environment here on the Galaxy XR. And then once you're done, just go back to your environment. Now, what is nice is that you keep all of your windows where they are. So if you need to go back to your real environment to check things out for a second, and then you can go back to that virtual environment and continue to do what you're doing. And now after wearing this for a couple of hours, I will say it still does give me fatigue. I have some fatigue in my forehead area. I do wish there was some sort of head strap to go over top so that it could relieve some of the forehead pressure a little bit. As far as the battery life on this, I've been using it for a couple of hours and I have 23% left on it. I did hear the fans a little bit while using the device, but nothing crazy. I also got the Galaxy XR travel case to check out in this video. This is the same price as those controllers, $250 retail and $175 here at launch. Has a puffy texture on the outside. Have a very thick strap here at the top. We have some Samsung engraved branding here, metal accent here. Actually a pretty premium product from Samsung. We have a small zipper that goes along the edge here. So overall, looks very similar to Apple's travel case for their Vision Pro. Thoughtful design here with a nice soft pull tab and a magnetic flap here to put in your charger and cable. So let's put in our Galaxy XR, add in the battery pack. We have cable guidance on both sides here, so you can get this cable in here. Let's see if we can have this in here with it plugged in. That is something I think you can do on the Vision Pro, whereas here it seems to be a little more snug. Looks like you can still have it plugged in. Just doesn't seem to be super snug and fit there for whatever reason. I think the Apple One fits a little bit better. This definitely feels very protective for this. However, keep in mind this is a pretty large case. But overall, first impressions of the Galaxy XR, I'm really liking this device a lot initially. It is definitely the better value compared to the Apple Vision Pro. I personally love that device, but could not bear the price tag. This is a lot more accessible at the $1,800 retail price, in addition to being an Android device, so a lot more app compatibility with this straight out of the box. I think the usability on this is so much more compared to the Apple Vision Pro. This is definitely more of just the average consumer version of the Vision Pro. It does still give me fatigue personally. I think that's just going to be the case with any of these headsets. Maybe I'll get used to it over time. Maybe I'll find some sort of head strap to add to this, but after using it for about an hour straight, I need to take a little bit of a break from it. Speakers sounded pretty good in my initial testing. Watching YouTube was an absolute joy on this. But I'm super excited to continue using this device. In the meantime, I'll be curious to hear your thoughts on it in the comments below. Let me know if you'd want to see another video on it. Be sure to leave a like on your way out, and thanks so much for watching. Take care.